Hi everyone. So I am super happy to be able to announce that the complaint has now been filed with the prosecutor of the International Criminal Court. I have put a link in the description to this video to the document if you want to have a look at it. Please read it, share it, download it, reuse it. It's completely free. It's very easily transferable to any other country that is a member of the International Criminal Court or who the court has jurisdiction over. So please feel free to edit it for the needs of your own country. That's absolutely fine. I'm really happy with how it's turned out. A lot of hard work's gone into it. It's taken about a month to put together. I'm really lucky to have some fantastic joint applicants on the claim with me as well. So we've got the wonderful Mark Sexton, who was super helpful. We've got Dr. Mike Yeadon, obviously the former head of Pfizer, as a joint applicant. We've got John O'Looney, who is the funeral director, who's given testimony to the massively inflated death figures as well. So the request is now in with the court. The crimes that we have alleged against the government of the United Kingdom and various international leaders under the principle of universal jurisdiction are various violations of the Nuremberg Code, crimes against humanity, war crimes and crimes of aggression perpetrated against the peoples of the United Kingdom. Obviously, because this is a global takeover, this is why it's very easy transferable. So the restrictions are very similar around the world. The science is obviously going to be the same. So it's really exciting to have this in with the court. Obviously, there are a few hurdles that we are aware of. The first being the potential for the court to just completely ignore this request. It's been sent in by email. And so I thought a way around that would be is if you were to also file it with the court as well. So there is an email address at the top of the complaint where it needs to be sent to. Literally just email it over. And I think if they receive this request hundreds or even thousands of times, it's going to be very difficult for them to ignore us. The other hurdle, obviously, is that the prosecutor of the International Court has already been corrupted. Now, we have a new prosecutor that was sworn in June of this year, who is an English barrister. He's a humanitarian law barrister. I don't know too much about him. I couldn't find out that much about him. But I'm hopeful that he's a patriot. I mean, we can't expect him to be working for an organ of the United Nations. But as I have said in previous videos, if the situation was hopeless, their propaganda would not be necessary. And we can only do what it is that's in our power to do. I felt that this was something that was within my power to do. I felt compelled to do it. And to be honest, things really started to fall into place in terms of why I did law in the first place. Some of you will have been on my Facebook and social media for a long time and will know when I was doing my common law stuff, which doesn't work, by the way, that I decided to just go into law. And everyone was like, oh my God, Hannah, why would you do this? You're going to betray us all and you're going to be a member of the bar or you're going to be a solicitor. And I always knew I had no intention of doing either of those things. And believe me, over the years that I was studying my law degree, I questioned as well, why am I doing this? I really felt that these were not my people. I butted heads constantly with lecturers. There was literally 3 people on the entire course that I actually liked. Shout out to them. They know who they are. Not because the other students were nasty people. We just saw the world completely differently. I questioned everything I was told, whereas they just wanted to learn it. And I don't know whether that's down to kind of age and maturity, or whether it's some people break programming and some people don't. Obviously, I broke programming in 2010. And I really feel that everything has been leading up to this moment. This is why I did law. So I'm really excited to share the document with you. Any feedback would be greatly appreciated. A lot of hard work has gone into it. But with that said, it is now filed with the court. Any updates and responses that I get from the prosecutor, I will update you guys. I will also update it onto my website that I've shared up in the description as well. But I will leave you to read it. It is quite long. It's about 40 pages, including the link to the appendices. But it's very in-depth, and we've tried to cover everything. Obviously, I'm not going to go into the details of the content on this video because the Facebook algorithms will just remove this video. So please feel free to share, download, reuse, whatever you would like to do with the document. I highly encourage everyone to do that. And if you can file it with the court as well, just send it over to the email address that's listed at the top of the document. And I'm hoping that they are going to have to take notice of this. So I will leave you to read it and look forward to your comments. Namaste.